Alright guys, I'm back. I need to put an anode cup on the end here. And I took one off of an old flyback. And we're going to take this out of here. We're not going to splice the wire itself. We're going to put the connector onto that wire. Not sure if I'm going to put solder in it or just re-crimp it. But usually you can slide these off the boot off. It's not the easiest thing, but now the question is this wire is a little bit thicker than the other one. Might have to put some something on here to get it to slide. How about some spray wax? Just need something to get that rubber to let this slide in there. There we go. I'll have to dry this off so that it's not wet. Okay, now that we got that through, yeah, these are just crimped. Okay, it's soldered, and then this is slid over top. Okay, we can do that. We can do it. I'm gonna cut this back a hair because it's got a rip in it. Yeah, they don't really recommend putting a splice between two wires. I guess you probably could do it, but I don't know if I would. See, now we got a nice end there. And we are going to unsolder this one. It's getting cold out. Shut the garage door. Okay. Looks good. Now we can slide our cup or our crimp cap, or whatever you want to call this, back over it, hopefully. Like I said, this wire is a little bit fatter than the old. Well, the old one's a little bit fatter than the new one, I should say. There we go. Now, can I get it to slide in there any farther? Doubt it. No, that won't work. It works. See, the anode cup's already dried out. Okay, we're in there. And make sure that your white line on your HV diode here is pointing towards the tube. It can't go towards the chassis, it has to go towards the tube. So we gotta come in here now. And hopefully this will slide in there all the way. I don't know, it must have some that shows, part of it must show or something, I don't know. It feels like it's in there all the way. Now, this is all busted up, but I see a little nub right here. And I am hoping that nub is that nub right here. Now, I don't believe that the tube is broken. It's just a little screwed up. It went on. It's on. Okay. We don't have a power wire. We have part of a power wire. Somebody cut it off. So we're going to have to, first thing I want to do is let's unplug this board. Okay. And this board. Just want to see if by chance the monitor will turn on or not. So we're going to hillbilly up here some sort of a cord. I actually think I might have part of an extension cord. Okay, I ripped my going to church shirt. Great. All right. Stupid bugs. I don't want to get too much garbage on the floor, you know. This is some dry wood. That's pretty impressive. So we want the side without the writing on it for the black. Obviously, this is just temporary. I just want to see if anything works on this cabinet. Well, that worked great. You're supposed to make them longer and then twist them like this. That's a little bit better. All right. That should be good enough for what we're doing. All right, well, I'm gonna plug it in. Let's point at the monitor here. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I just don't know. Okay, nothing because of the interlock switch is off. I hear a weird noise. Ooh, neck glow. We got neck glow. Something doesn't sound right. Turning it off for a minute. Neck glow and a little bit of popping sound. I don't smell anything weird. Could there be dirt and stuff? Maybe, I don't know. You know what? That anode cup's not on all the way. Well, it's not sitting flush. Guess that's just how it's gonna be. All right, well, I don't know. Let's see if like anything comes on the screen or not. As far as like if we see any brightness or anything. Nope. I mean, we have neck glow. So let's, I don't know what voltages are what on this power supply here. I really don't. I'm gonna, for right this minute, I am going to, just smells like old. It's just dirt and stuff. I'm gonna unplug this monitor. All right, and let's go down here and see if we can check some voltages. See if we have anything. I doubt it. So, actually, turn off that switch, plug this back in. Now we'll turn the switch back on. Probably should look up a schematic. Actually, can we test on the power supply anywhere? Okay, there are no test points. Looks like I'm gonna have to look up the schematic. There's a red and black stripe. I wonder if that's anything. No. All right, let me see if I can't pull up a schematic and see if we're getting anything out of the power supply, which is probably pretty unlikely, but you never know. I wonder if that's the same power supply as Space Invaders. It's got to be damn close to it. Okay, I think this is right. -5 volts is, I don't know if that's brown and white, blue and white, or what. +5 is white, it says. +12 is white and brown. Common is orange and red, so I'm guessing common is my ground. So let's see if we have these colors here. So we're looking for a orange and red right here. Then we're looking for, I don't know if this is the right plug even. There's a white one right here, which they say is +5, but then there's another white here, but that doesn't mean that there's not two. And then +12 looks like white and brown. Oh, this one's white and brown. So this is plus 12. Looks like the -5 is like a big fat wire. Oh, and I found a picture of the neck on this tube, and the wires are in the correct order, so I have it marked in the right spot. So what I'm going to do is take a permanent marker on the tube itself and draw a black line, and then draw a black line on the back of the socket, and then I'll know exactly where it goes. All right, so if this is plus 5, I'm not sure. There's nothing. Let's see if there's any 12 volts. I don't know if that common is my ground or not. It might not be. We don't have 12 volts either. Let's poke around and see if we have a different wire that would be ground by chance. Oh, 11.9. Is this blue and yellow ground? .3. That's the 5-volt line. Huh. Now the question is will the voltage go up when things are plugged in or not? There's 3 dials on here for voltages, it looks like. .9. I think we might have lost our 5 volts. Is there white over here? Yes. Yeah, we're not getting anything out of the 5 volts now. Now, I'm not sure that I'm on the ground or not. I might have to relook at the schematic. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were getting 5 volts, I thought. And we're getting 11.9, and that's the white and brown wire. So let's see if 12 volts goes to the board. If the wire colors stay the same. We do not see a white and brown going to the board. I only see these whites right here, and those are 5 volt. I do see a, that's solid blue or blue and, I can't tell if that's a solid blue or blue and black. I guess this is a solid blue. That's weird, we had 3.4 volts and then it went away. Oh, there it is. Maybe I was just probing it in a crappy spot. Well, I'm going to kind of put the dials back where they were. Let's just turn it off and plug it in. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I'm not worried we're not getting like some super crazy voltage, so I don't mind plugging it in. Okay, I don't have the monitor plugged in. I just heard something. I just heard a snap. Don't know what that noise was. Fuses are good. plug in the monitor, I guess. I highly doubt anything's gonna work, but. Kind of a high-pitched noise coming from that monitor. Don't know that I like that. I'm pretty confident we're not getting 5 volts. So we could check on the chips maybe. That monitor's, don't know about that sound. I mean, it's clearly doing something. And that might be how it sounds. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna pretty much bet that we have no 5 volts. So let me unplug this monitor. There's a socket here and no chip in it. So that's probably not good, if I were to guess. Yeah, we got no 5 volts, which is a very, very common thing with these power supplies. Same thing happened on my Space Invaders. That's why it doesn't surprise me that it's doing that. Let me pull the power supply out and we'll test a few things on it. I mean, I'm running the original power supply in my Space Invaders, so I would think that I can get this going. Man, these are rusty. The one broke. Jesus, freaking thing's in there. Usually they slide out. That's why I took my battery out. Snapped another one, I think. That's impressive. N 3055. I might actually have one of those, but it's probably one of these guys or one of these. Hey, a 305. All right, let's test this guy first. Well, that's not supposed to do that. I have to say that that might be bad. I'm gonna go grab a flathead screwdriver and we're gonna desolder that out of there and then we'll look at it. I thought I got too fat of a screwdriver. Thought it the whole way I was walking over here too. I'm like, just turn around and get a smaller one. I do have a manual coming. TNT Amusement had one for sale for 10 bucks. Did they bend the legs over? They did. Getting absolutely nothing out of this thing. Nothing at all. There we go. 5.23. This might not be bad. I think these read a weird way. I don't remember. But it clearly was beeping when it was in the power supply. I think those are okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. I can go see if I have another 2N3055. I am not sure if I do. And I forget how to check the 305. So this yeah, LA 305. There should be one, yeah, the one with the prong, or with the little nipple coming off, I believe is the negative. And we are getting readings off of it. This other one's a 2N2905A. Getting a reading off of that too. 12 volt, 5 volt, negative 5, 12, plus 5. So this is our plus 5 potentiometer right across from this white ceramic resistor right here. surprised the capacitor's not swelled up or anything. Let me go see if I have one of those 3055. Okay, I have quite a few of those. So I brought a new one out here. Let's just see on the testing here if it does anything different. Okay, it does do different. Okay, so this leg is 564 with my ground lead on the base. So we're at 564. So let's position this the same direction. And this one's actually labeled base. And we got nothing on this one. So we had nothing come out of that side, nothing coming out of that side. On this one we have the 0.562, the other side nothing. Now let's check the two together. We have nothing. Nothing. Let's put our red lead on here, see if that does anything. Nothing. 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 So, I mean, we are getting a reading off of here. Here we're getting no reading. So that's got to be bad. So let's stick this on. I think there's solder in the holes still. One of them. Yeah, I don't have my desoldering gun out here, so this is going to be might be a little bit of a challenge. Might be a lot of a challenge. See if I can get the solder away from the hole. Oh, pad just ripped right off. Now we're gonna have to just run a thing over. Not the end of the world. It was, somebody had a bunch of solder on it already, so wasn't the ideal thing I wanted to happen. My buddy just messaged me about that hyper ball. He's like, we're getting that thing working no matter what, I promise. He's like me, he likes to fix stuff that's like beyond most people would want to do. He always does that with pinballs. He just bought a, I forget what he bought. Not Revenge of Mars. That style pinball with the monitor in it. But I can't think of what it was. But he bought it for like $900. And obviously it's not working. But he'll go through it and fix it all up and get it working. Oops, I put the screws in wrong. That doesn't really matter. Put the nut on either side. You like my pliers? See what I mean by somebody really put extra solder on there? So we're gonna have to get some solder on this pin. And I thought I saw a capacitor lead on my counter somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Well, let's see if we could just jump it over with solder. I think we can. There we go. Actually got a nice blob on there for now. See it right there. So let's put it back in, unplug the other boards, and actually let's see what this does. So, I don't know why that's beeping. Oh, you know what? That's weird to me. Why is that beeping? Is it supposed to beep? I don't. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a reading on each side. All right. This, we can probably just leave it out. That up against my drill. And fire this up and see if we even have 5 volts or not. $12.4. Nope. Brought the 12 volts up. Potentiometer might be bad. Yep, see that? I'm pushing on the potentiometer, look at that. 6.87, and that's turned all the way up. Turn it a couple times back and forth. So now, Look at that. Just pushing on the one side seems to get it to go up. Then it quits for a minute. See, and that's what you don't want to happen. We're at 6.97. Start this game at 7.2, 7.3. You're gonna screw something up. Still climbing. That's because I'm holding that. Let it go and it just drops way down. Let me make sure. I did have my finger wrapped around the back of the board to make sure I wasn't like grabbing. I might have been grabbing a lead, to be honest with you. I am. That's my finger on the back of the board. Look at that. So that's my finger on two traces on the back of the board, bringing it up the voltage. I thought it was a potentiometer. Still might be. Ooh, that's hot. Something was warm, hot. The LM305 is hot. This is a little bit warm, the heat sink, which is fine. Let me go see if I have a potentiometer for this. I think I do. And we'll pop this one out and see if it does anything. Let's see if the 12 volt one works, which I believe is the middle one. Yep, down to 11.9. 12.4, 12.6, 12.8, 13. Okay, so that one's working. Take it to 12.1, leave it there. Now my -5, B and white. Is that brown and white, black and white, blue and white? I don't see any of those colors. Here's this one might be a black and white right here. Or a white and black. Now over here is a white and blue. But that's not saying negative on it. I'm not too worried about that yet. It's got to be white and blue is my guess. Is there a white and blue on this one? No. Yes. No. White and black. A blue and white. Oh, blue and white. Well, if that's it, it's only at 3.5, 3.6, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I need to see about changing this potentiometer on the 5 volts, and we'll see if we get any change on it. Because right now, as it sits, it's putting out 3 point. Can I meter it at the leg of the potentiometer? I don't think so. Got 4.3 coming off of that ceramic resistor. You know what? Let's just plug it in. See if it does anything. I mean, and also I was thinking I could turn the brightness up on the monitor and see if we get any sort of whiteness on the screen. But I think we might be missing a socketed chip right there. That would be my guess. So that missing would probably keep the game from working if that has a chip in there, which I would think it would. Actually, we got 5 volts going in there too. Oh, we got flashing lights up there, guys. We got some flashing lights up here. That's flashing in there. See it? I don't know if that's good or bad, but let's turn it off and plug the monitor in. Try turning the brightness up. Still don't see anything on the monitor. I think that's up all the way, the brightness. And nothing. So we have flashing lights where that's supposed to flash. That's really about it. We got neck glow. We got no coin up. I got the monitor to quit making so much noise. I turned the horizontal hold a little bit. A little bit of smoke off the monitor chassis, but I think it's dirt. I don't think it has to do with the monitor. It's not, doesn't smell like electrical. I'm gonna turn it off. And it's not doing it anymore. I don't know much about these monitors or anything. And I'm sure that flashing is probably not supposed to happen the whole time. Let's turn it off and just check these fuses. Put it on continuity here. All right, that one's fine. Crap. I'm just glad the tube's not broke. This looks fine too. Okay. I figured both fuses were good, but you just might as well check it. So yeah, the horizontal hold was, I turned it back and the squealing sound went away. So that was clearly turned too far. One direction would be my guess. Now we have, you know, capacitors from 1981 still on this chassis and stuff like that. I don't know if they sell a cap kit for this or not. I do see something weird here. I see a round, like a coiled wire, and I don't know where the hell that goes. It's kind of just sitting there. I mean, we're clearly getting some voltages because those lights are flashing. All right, give me a couple minutes. Let me think about this. Okay, so we have 12 volts, but no 5 volts. So I cleaned some of the contacts on these, and we have it's making some noises now, but we don't have any 5 volts yet. So I have to figure out how to get 5 volts to work on that power supply. But when I turn it on, I'll mess with this plug a little bit. But you hear that tone, and then if you... When it's making that tone, the lights are flashing, okay? When I pull it out a little bit, the lights stay on. Now they're flashing again. So clearly, we're slowly getting somewhere. I have to figure out 5 volts, and then I have to figure out what chip goes there. That is row 5. I don't see letters on the board. Maybe they're probably behind the plugs. Row 5. G. Looks like row 5G. So I gotta see what's the deal with that. Why is that missing? What is it? Get that in there, whatever it is. Figure out 5 volts. I'm gonna end this tonight. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna research it, see what I can come up with. Figure out what is needed on the power supply to get 5 volts. This LM305 does get decently hot. So could that be bad? I don't know. I mean, I would think it's probably working. It doesn't get like hot, burn your finger hot, but it gets warm. Just put it that way. So, all right, well, we're getting somewhere. I mean, we have a little bit of noises happening now. We have some flashing lights. We have neck glow. I'm fairly confident we should be able to get this working. I don't know how quickly, but we should be able to get it working. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, guys.